Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, sweating cold, with a tight chest, as if an invisible pressure is suffocating you. You look around, and everything seems normal. The sound of the house, the gentle wind outside, the faint street lights shining through the window. Yet there's something in the air. Something you can't identify, but it feels in tune with the rapid beat of your heart, a sense of urgency. What is happening? And then a voice echoes in your mind, so clear and distinct that you can hardly believe it. Time is running out. You try to ignore it, to go back to sleep, but it's impossible. The feeling that something grand, something beyond your understanding, is about to happen is overwhelming. But here's the question. What if I told you that this feeling is not just a nightmare? What if I told you that this voice echoing in your mind is not a product of your subconscious? And more. What if I told you that everything you're feeling has already been announced, written, and prophesied thousands of years ago? Now you start to question everything you thought you knew about life, about the future. Your mind starts to race, and panic begins to take over. But a part of you knows that something greater is behind this. It's not just a simple nightmare. It's not a coincidence. Something is happening, and you're not prepared. Most people live as if tomorrow is guaranteed. They feel safe in their routines, as if life is a predictable sequence of events, work, commitments, everyday interactions. Nothing seems to threaten this established order, but what if I told you that there's something much bigger happening all around, but no one seems to see it? What if there were signs around you indicating that something much greater is about to happen? Have you ever stopped to think about what's really happening in the world? The news is full of reports about wars, natural disasters, economic crises, and the constant feeling that the world is on the edge of chaos. But no one truly looks at the bigger picture. People live their lives as if nothing is changing, as if everything is part of the normal routine. But what if these changes, these signs, are actually indicators of something deeper, something spiritual, something prophesied thousands of years ago? The truth is that many ignore or simply don't have the courage to believe that the end of times could be closer than they imagine. And those who truly see what's happening know that it's not a coincidence. It's a sequence of predictive events, already described in the Holy Scriptures, unfolding before our eyes, unnoticed by many. The Bible is clear when it talks about the signs of the end times: wars, famines, earthquakes, plagues, the increase of wickedness in people's hearts. But what should concern you the most is not these external events. What should concern you the most is what is happening inside of people: spiritual blindness. The blindness that prevents many from seeing what is really happening, what is truly at stake. Jesus already spoke about this in Matthew 24:37-39, saying that in the days before his return, humanity would live as in the days of Noah. Everyone eating, drinking, marrying, going to work, indulging in the pleasures of the world, while judgment was about to fall upon them. They were so immersed in their daily lives that they didn't see what was about to happen. The flood came. Destruction fell upon all, and those who were not prepared perished. But Noah, the one who was attentive to the signs and prepared, survived. Now imagine, if today were the day everything changed, where would you be? On the side of those who were attentive to the warning signs, or on the side of those who mocked, ignored, and continued living as if nothing were going to happen? The apocalypse, feared by many, is not just a book of ancient mysteries or a fantasy of the past. It is a map, a warning, a revelation of what is to come. And the scariest part of all of this is that in this book, it speaks of a great deception that will take over the world. The lie will be so convincing, so well disguised, that even the most faithful may be seduced. Imagine a world where lies spread so fast that no one knows what to believe anymore. Where truth becomes a rare commodity and those who still seek it become persecuted, marginalized, discredited. This is the world the apocalypse describes. And are you prepared for it? The crucial question is, can you see the deception? Are you alert enough to notice the lies being spread all the time? Or will you let yourself be swept away by the current of the false promises of this world? Prophecies are not just accounts of the past. They are warnings of the future. And if you think you have plenty of time, if you believe you can still wait to prepare, be careful. Because when the signs intensify, it means time is running out. The time to act is now. There is no more time to procrastinate. The end times will not come as a great storm that has been announced. It will come gradually, in small changes, until suddenly it will be too late. The enemy of your soul wants you to remain distracted, immersed in the distractions of daily life, without realizing what is truly happening. But the truth is clear. Everything that was prophesied is being fulfilled right before your eyes. Will you wait until you're caught by surprise? Now imagine you wake up tomorrow and realize that the world has changed. Something massive has happened. Chaos has taken over. People have disappeared without explanation. Governments have collapsed. The media, desperate, tries to calm the population, but no one knows what to do. Are you prepared for this? And if you were standing before God today, what would you say? Did you have time to seek, to repent, to prepare? Or were you one of those people who ignored the signs, thinking it was all just exaggeration? The truth is, there is no more time for doubts. Every choice you make today determines your destiny tomorrow. Don't wait for the last moment. Don't believe you can fix everything when the events start happening, because when that day arrives, there will be no more time for excuses or regrets. Are you prepared? Or will you wait until it's too late? When you look at the world, you sense that something is wrong, but you can't exactly explain what it is. It's an undefined feeling, as if the gears of the universe are starting to turn faster and no one can hear the sound. Something is about to happen, and you feel it in every fiber of your being. It's not just an intuition. It's a silent but powerful truth that seems to crawl through your mind, an unsettling presence. Have you ever felt this? That chill, that feeling that time is passing faster, more swiftly than before? As if the hours are shortening and the days are condensing, but you can't grab what is slipping away? Have you stopped to ask, am I prepared for what is coming? Because while you try to ignore it, other people around you are starting to notice what is happening. Some are preparing, others are distracted, living as they always have, as if the future were an abstraction, a distant idea. But reality cannot be ignored forever. It is here, now, and you feel it in the air. No matter how much the world tries to convince you that everything is fine, something great is about to happen. Something that will change the way we all see reality. A transformation so profound that when you wake up, the world will be unrecognizable. What if I told you that what is happening now is not just a reflection of social chaos or a global political crisis? What if wars, catastrophes, and economic problems were not just the result of human actions, but symptoms of something much bigger, something predicted centuries ago? Have you stopped to think that the answers might be right in front of you in an ancient book that many try to discredit, but that still resonates with truth? What you cannot ignore is that the signs are here, around you, in people's behavior, in events that seem to have no logical explanation but fit perfectly when viewed through the lens of biblical prophecies. Jesus warned us about this, and he wasn't just talking about natural disasters or world events. He was talking about the interchange of people, about the spiritual transformation that, while bringing salvation, also brings judgment. And this judgment will not come with the sound of trumpets or a big spectacle. It will come silent and disguised like a thief in the night. And while many will be busy, distracted by daily concerns and the empty promises of the world, the end will be knocking at the door. And here is the great truth that most people don't want to face: deception is everywhere. The apocalypse is not just about disasters and calamities. It speaks about an era of deception so deep that people, even the chosen ones, can be seduced, led astray from the path of truth, a lie so convincing, so well disguised that even the strongest in faith can be deceived. Look, the signs are being ignored. The multiplication of lies is visible. The truth is being replaced by comfortable narratives that make everyone feel good, validating their behaviors, choices, and beliefs. But these lies are just a veil, a curtain that covers reality. And are you seeing what's behind that curtain? Are you ready to see what many don't want to see? What you need to understand now is that it is not enough to be superficially prepared. You need to be spiritually vigilant. You need to be alert to every detail around you, every word spoken, every behavior that seems to follow a trend. The world is subtly shaping itself to seduce and deceive. But the truth cannot be hidden forever. It will be revealed to those who are willing to see it. The countdown has already begun, and it is accelerating. You may not see this immediately, but the signs are intensifying every day. When you realize you're in the middle of a process, it will be too late to turn back. The moment to prepare is now. You may think you have time, one more year, another decade, one more opportunity to live as you always have. But time waits for no one. It will pass, and when the day arrives, there will be no more time for regrets. When you look at the world, you see an unpredictable future with growing chaos around. Do you feel this change? The system is collapsing, and at the same time, you notice what is happening inside you. Despair begins to take over hearts, and questions multiply. What is happening to the world? And more importantly, what are you doing about it? What will you do when you realize that the chaos was not just a system failure? When you realize that what was prophesied has already been fulfilled right before your eyes? Here is the final question, and it is the most important of all. Are you prepared to face what is to come? There is no more time to ignore the signs. There is no more time to live as if tomorrow is guaranteed. Because what is about to happen will not be something you can escape or ignore. When it comes, it will be too late to adjust the sails. If you're waiting for the last moment to make a decision, then you've already made a decision. Every choice you make now is shaping the future. When the end times come, you will not have another chance. There will be no more moments to regret. The decision will be made, and it will be too late to turn back. So I ask you, where will you be when the day arrives? The truth is clear. Time is running out, and the moment to act is now. When everything changes, when the truth is revealed, it will be too late to turn back. Are you ready to face what is to come? Or will you wait until you're caught by surprise? Do not let the deception of the world blind your eyes to the signs that are right in front of you. Now is the time to prepare. Now is the time to strengthen yourself, to seek the truth, and to align with what truly matters. The end of times is closer than you think, and the final question is, will you be one of those who were prepared or one of those who will be left behind? But remember, The choice is yours. Time is short. The time to act is now. If you're feeling the urgency of this message and want to delve deeper into topics that can change your view of the world and your future, subscribe to our channel. Don't miss any content that could be the key to your preparation. Watch our videos, like, comment your opinion, and share with those you know who also need to see this. The truth needs to be spread, and you can be an important part of this mission. Subscribe now, turn on notifications, and prepare for what is to come. Time is passing, and together we can be ready for what lies ahead.